I am the MD and CEO of Tiranga Logistics Private Limited, which is a company which works in the supply chain domain. We work in all three legs, that is first leg, middle mile, as well as the last leg. And we have our clientele all across, starting from e-com to FMCG to various industries producing large and heavyweight items. We work in all sectors, starting from lightweight vehicles, which are under 1 tonners and going up to 42 tonners. We operate warehouses. We operate warehouses all across India. Like we have warehouse in Silchar, which is the extreme northeast location. We have a warehouse in Gandhidham, which is in Gujarat. Tirunelveli, Trichy is another place that we operate from. So this gives us a geographical presence all across India, and the span of the vehicles that we operate is starting from the smallest to the largest. We started this company in 2017. My background is that I'm a retired major from Indian Army. I did my MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. I worked with the largest bottler of PepsiCo in India. I headed their distribution and logistics, and then I served with Amazon in their middle mile team for India operations. After we started this company in 2017, today, within 6 years, we have been able to have a national imprint and an imprint in all three domains of supply chain. So this is brief about us. I would be happy to spare anything specific that you want to ask.
So plenty of specific
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
I want to ask. Let's start with how did the idea come and the challenges that you faced before you started the journey of entrepreneurship, coming from a very organized sector, of course, the Indian Army, and working with top brands. Why did the leap? How did the leap start?
So I believe supply chain is something which was in the blood. I could relate it to it from the very early days of my learning, specifically through the army days when I was posted in the high altitude terrain, transshipping the goods there, whether it was food or ammunition, whatever. It was a challenge, and it really took my interest. That's how I developed my interest into supply chain, and I thought I could do it well. I understood it well. And then I translated it into, studying in the best institute about the supply chain. Post that, I worked for the best organizations, one in the FMCG sector, other in the e-com sector, which were the largest budding sectors at that point of time. And they have a very specific thing about their supply chain, wherein a lot of nitty-gritties, the time, and the speciality has a lot to do. So I learned from there. And then when I thought that it is time that, the learning has to be put on the platter and served to the larger audience. So in 2017, we went ahead, as I told you, we started this company, and here we are today with a national imprint in all supply chain domains, and looking forward for, good supply chain services to be provided on an international level in times to come.
It's an interesting year, 2017. I'm going to ask you a specific question on that.
Yeah.
Before that, I want to make a statement.
Yeah.
It's a fairly complicated market. It's an unorganized market. Yet you are playing that game. Started in 2017, just 2 years before the COVID time. I must start this question by the challenges that you faced during 2017, then during COVID time, and how you have evolved post-COVID as an organization, as a person yourself.
So I'll start from the unorganized part of it. Yes, it is unorganized from the top of it, how it looks. I personally feel that it is one of the most organized sector today. I think our trucking industry specifically has been very organized, wherein, a dual driver concept, or a, concept of haltages at appropriate time, fueling where it was required, the kind of, loads which were being provided, whether it was in the fresh or in the organized market. I personally feel it was very well organized. Maybe the coloring was not done really well. I think we harped upon it. We learned that quickly, and we really, could imbibe that in our system and, translate that on a very, very clear and open chapter to our clients. It helped us. Yes, COVID was a VUCA environment. It was totally, volatile. We never knew what's coming up. It was so uncertain. But the good thing was that government came up with a lot of initiatives, right? Infra was in place, and the government wanted things to move. We were a MSME at that point of time. We got all the positive inputs that we wanted from the government side. We got all the required, licenses which we wanted to operate our vehicles to. Fresh movement was allowed. Essential movements were allowed. We were very quick on moving and adding new clients who were probably dealing into that. So maybe that's how we started learning it. We not only grew by 45% during COVID, we remained profitable during that time. No salary cut-off, no layoffs, right? That was the kind of a momentum actually we got into. So it was day one as we thought of starting as a profitable organization. We continued that journey for 6 years, and today, I think we've been able to sail really well through that uncertain and unknown kind of an environment today. And today, the comfort that gives us is if we could sail through that, I believe, no other challenge could be as tough as it was.
Very interesting and spoken like a true leader.
Yeah.
I must ask, what's for the future? What future plans?
See, the future belongs to this country, India, right? And we have specifically chosen to be here, serve our nation well, and we really want to come up as a very strong international Indian brand in the logistics sector in times to come. In all sectors, we want to go into. Wherever you are ferrying goods by any kind of transportation or methods, we would be present in that. And Tiranga Logistics is going to be a very, very strong Indian player in logistics sector of the world.
Two segments of the business. One is marketing, branding, and the other is technology. Any kind of innovations that you guys are seeing there?
See, I'll start with technology. We have our own ERP system, which is clubbed with both finance and ops module. We developed it our own selves. We have our own GPS platform, which has been developed, in-house by us. We have our own scan code pattern, which is specifically being used in FMCG sectors of our warehouse. So this is something that we've been frugally developing side by side as we are evolving. This has been of great help to us because we don't add this cost while we give services to the clients. As you rightly said, cost competitive the clients are today. And if we can have this, frugal, good quality technology being imbibed into our culture, that gives a very, cutting edge to us to perform in front of our clients. So I believe technologically we are there to the point where it is required to. And definitely we are learning every day and, evolving into that segment also. What was the second part? Sorry. Branding, yeah. So I believe, your customer is your best brand, ambassador. So I believe in giving quality service. We as a team are focused on identifying each and every issue that our client is facing. We may not be successful every time, but the endeavor is always that, we give our best, we understand their pain areas, we really work upon those pain areas and try to recover from those pain areas. So it has been by the word of mouth that we've been able to, talk about our clientele as well as our service level that we provide. So we have a, good platter of around 40 odd clients on our plate today. All of them are big companies, big names. All thanks to the kind of efforts that team has put in to provide good quality services to our clients.
We've understood the brand. Want to talk a little about the person behind the brand, you personally. COVID was a tough time.
Yeah,
As must have developed you as a leader.
yeah.
So two questions coming from there. One is that as a leader, what leadership traits have you developed in the recent past of this tough period? And any philosophy or anything that you can leave the viewers with as some sort of an advice.
See, I will start with the second part. I would just request everybody, whosoever is starting a company or working somewhere, to be patriotic all the time, right? If all of us come together and start thinking of as one nation, as people contributing to this cause of building a great nation today, I think that's where we are. It is not necessary in what field we work, what businesses we are in, what job we are doing. I think that feeling of the patriotism has to be in us. I always recommend that. I always request for it. As a leader, yes, I think I'm more close to the human resource part of wherein understanding emotions behind the people, right? My endeavor here is not only to develop an organization, but to develop a team. Maybe that's what I've learned. So as a leader, I take it as a onus that not only the organization, but the team develops with it. There is a long-term association that people have, the belief that people have who are working together to build this brand. Not only the brand grows, but the team grows alongside it. So these are the two things I believe, I always harp upon.